The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN Report, man. Make sure you sign my petition. Get Donald Trump off Twitter. Find the same.org link in my Instagram bio, GradyGrant716, or in the video description if you're watching on YouTube, which is most likely since they shut down or disabled my Instagram account. Don't worry, y'all. I'm coming back, though. Check this out. Donald Trump actually has ousted his third national security advisor, and John Bolton. Now, John Bolton actually said he resigned, while Trump announced via Twitter that he had actually, they disagreed on a lot and he fired him or whatever. But nevertheless, this is somebody that seemed like a war fiend. Like, he really wanted to go to war with the whole world, was against all of the negotiation talks with, like, example, the Taliban and North Korea and all of that. But he was also for the pulling out of the Iran nuclear deal, which has definitely caused some worldwide nuclear tension. He also supported the U.S.-backed coup in Venezuela, or was calling for that, as well as regime change in Cuba and Nicaragua. But some people feel like the potential for worldwide war has gone down dramatically, while others feel like it's a loss. Green War and Graduation Party, the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN Report. Up there in Israel, actually, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said publicly that he's vowing to essentially annex a third of the occupied West Bank, the area that's occupied by the Palestinians, hoping to form a Palestinian state. He's saying that he's going to, with next week's snap election. So he actually was quoted in saying that he's going to apply with the formation of the next government to claim sovereignty in the Jordan Valley and in the northern Dead Sea. Now, this crushes any hopes of, like, Palestinian statehood. So a lot of people were up in arms, of course. A lot of people were upset. But also you have people like Palestinian negotiator Saeb Erekat, who's basically saying that this is like tantamount to, this falls in line with them constantly violating international law, and that to do such a thing is tantamount to a war crime. So let's see how this pans out, man. Green War and Graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN Report. Make sure you sign my petition. Get Donald Trump off Twitter. Find the change.org link in my Instagram bio, or under GradyGrant716, or in the video description if you're watching this on YouTube. Most likely since they disabled my Instagram account, but don't worry, we coming back, Instagram. We gonna be back on that bitch, baby. Now check this out though. Over in Britain, actually, or in the United Kingdom, Scotland actually ruled that Boris Johnson's suspension of Parliament for 5 weeks, which actually went into play on Tuesday, yesterday or whatever, is actually unlawful. So they were already had votes in motion to basically vote on it. People feel like that the suspension is taking place so that lawmakers don't have enough negotiation time to clear the deadline for the October 31st deadline for Brexit, which is Britain's exit from the European Union. But Parliament already voted on laws basically saying that they have to come up. There's not going to be a no-deal Brexit. So he will have to apply for an extension if it does come to that. We'll see how this plays out. Green War and Graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN Report. Remember 8 years ago, there was a huge nuclear meltdown at a Fukushima nuclear plant in Japan. Fukushima's in Japan, for those who don't know. I even rapped about it in one of my broadcasts, the very first broadcast. So all my day one followers, everybody that been fucking with me or fans of me or whatever, you seen the very first BFN World broadcast. You hear me rapping about it towards the end. With this triple meltdown, a lot of radioactive waste got into the neighboring waters, into the Pacific Ocean, whatever, and they've been scooping that up. Now, Japan's environment minister is actually warning and saying that they may have to start dumping this water out into the Pacific Ocean by 2022 because they're running out of space to store it. Currently, they have 1 million tons of contaminated water stored. So this is serious business, people, because it's already been out there changing like wildlife and all of that, so who knows what's to come. Green War and Graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN Report. 2 Republican Congress members in North Carolina, backed by Donald Trump, actually won congressional seats in these special elections. Now remember, special elections are taking place in North Carolina because actually the GOP, the Grand Old Party, the Republicans or whatever, were found actually playing dirty in last year's election cycle, and actually and you know they were found guilty or so. So the Republican that actually won the senatorial seat actually had to you know, he lost his seat and said he wouldn't even run anymore. After they were caught basically like counting absentee ballots, making up absentee ballots, like doing all sorts of like nefarious shit like that to get ahead, get a win. But nevertheless, pardon me, Senator Republican Dan Bishop actually won the senator seat, and Congressmember Dr. Greg Murphy actually won the Congressmember seat. So, you know, this is a state that's plagued with shit like that, and also was found guilty of like some heavy political gerrymandering. But those are the results. Green Wall and Graduation. We'll go to Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN report. Make sure you sign my petition, man. Get Donald Trump off Twitter. Find the change.org link in my Instagram bio, GradyGrant716, or in the video description if you're watching on YouTube, which is most likely since they disabled my Instagram account. I don't know why. I guess I was spreading too much knowledge. You know what I mean? Awakening too many people, doing it on some fly shit. I started catching some wind. I don't know, but we're gonna be back on that gram soon. Until then, you're gonna have to catch us out here, you know what I mean, in the YouTube area, you know what I mean? So check that out in the video description. But the Leadership Conference on Civil and Human Rights actually did a study that shows that ever since 2013, when the Supreme Court gutted the Voting Rights Act, that the civil rights ever actually fought hard for and marched for, and you know what I mean, had all that bloodshed for, or whatever, one of the many things that they did that for, they actually have closed down 1,700 voting polls. Now, this is obviously done, and they study mostly southern states, but this disenfranchises a lot of people, and they tend to be like people of color or older people in rural areas and all of that. So it's fucked up. Green Wall and Graduation. We'll go to Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN report. Make sure you sign my petition. Get Donald Trump off Twitter. Find the change.org link in my Instagram bio, GradyGrant716, or in the video description if you're watching this on YouTube, which is most likely since they disabled the Instagram account. But don't worry, we'll be back. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just, you know, whatever. They hating on us, spreading the knowledge. But don't worry, we coming back, because the power of hip-hop, the power of Black 5 News is too strong, baby. The wave is too fucking strong. It's gaining too much momentum, too much wind. Now, over in California, though, just moving on to the news, the state Senate actually passed this landmark legislation that basically says that for app and gig companies like Uber and Lyft, they actually have to treat their contract workers like employees now. So this has major implications for, in California, like up to 1 million people that are working, and is a response to a lot of complaints going against such companies over workers' rights abuses and basic financial security, while the executives are raping in millions. I mean, you got the Uber co-founders buying Beverly Hills houses and all of that, and these motherfucking Lyft drivers is barely able to even eat. So it's getting crazy. We'll see how this pans out. Green Wall and Graduation still has to be approved by the Assembly, though, but they're most likely to pass it. We out. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN report. So last year, 27.5 million Americans were uninsured, did not have any health insurance, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. But that is not even the kicker. The kicker is that is a 2 million person increase from the previous year. So this is looking like the effects of what has been a concerted effort by the Grand Old Party, or also known as the Republican Party, also known as the Conservative Party, led by, you know, shithead Donald Trump, and trying to, you know, basically make it easier for jobs not to insure people, and make it more, I guess, easier for you know, health insurance companies and private insurance companies to get back in the game and not have to insure people, you know what I mean, still make their money. So you know, for a combination of all of that, whatever, you know, they've been trying to get out of Obamacare. Some reasons I agree with, some reasons I don't, but nevertheless, that's what's happening. Less people are insured. Green Wall and Graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN report. Shit getting wild out here in the United States, man. Now, y'all remember years ago when vaping and e-cigarettes and all of that shit came onto the scene, people felt like it was a healthy alternative. Shit, I myself even one time remember having a vaping pen that had some, you know what I mean, it's supposed to have some Mary Jane in it or whatever. And it was like, dang, we could bring this in the club. We could smoke this in the club. Yeah, because it don't really, well, no real weed smoke or whatever. I'm just like, damn, this shit gangster. Like, I'm over here vaping in the fucking club, like in Jersey. You know what I mean? But for some of y'all in other places, y'all like, so the fuck what? But everybody know in Jersey, in certain places, you're not just allowed to just be smoking in the club. Nevertheless, though, here we are in 2019, and the 6th person has actually died from a lung disease related to vaping. Now, the Center for Disease Control is warning everybody to stop using e-cigarettes or any type of vaping devices until they get a hold of this. There's also an additional 450 people that are suffering from a lung illness that people believe is related to vaping. So everybody stay woke, man. Green Wall and Graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN report. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, that's also known as FEMA, right? They're actually supposed to handle natural disasters and come and restore any part of the United States, its states and its territories to, you know, its normal self and try to help people and all of that, right? So let me take you back. 2017, when Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico, they were supposed to do exactly that. Puerto Rico was devastated by the hurricane, and the power grid went out, which also resulted in a lot of people dying. Thousands of people died as a result of what happened over there. Now, if you remember President Trump running his fucking mouth, talking about how there was like bribery going on over there or whatever, but turns out that wasn't all the way false, because not too long ago, some people got arrested, and just now, former deputy administrator for FEMA, Asha Tribble, was actually arrested on bribery charges for actually giving $1.8 billion in government contracts to David Keith Ellison's Cobra acquisitions for them to actually restore the Puerto Rican power grid. Her and another FEMA employee who actually ended up working for Cobra were also arrested along with Ellison. So, you know, corruption going on over there, but it turns out none of them are Puerto Rican. Green Wall and Graduation.